Hello and welcome to another edition of Class of Creativity. In this video we are going to be doing a step-by-step presentation on how to draw a room using 1-point perspective. So the first thing we want to do is create our 1-point perspective right in the center of the paper, and there's two ways you can do that. You can measure it out if you have just a regular 12-inch ruler. We'll make a mark. Because the paper is 12 inches wide, we'll make a mark at the 6-inch here, just a really light mark. We know that that's the middle between here and here. And then place your 0 at the bottom of the paper, like so. This paper is 9 inches. So we're going to make another mark at the 4.5. That's the halfway point. So right where you made these two marks, that is about the center of your paper. Okay. So now what you want to do is draw a line going from the dot to each corner. And then after that, we're going to create a square towards in the middle of the paper, and that's going to be your back of your wall of your room. But you don't want to make that too big because we need some space to draw in our walls and our furniture. So we're going to bring that up to about, let's say about here. Just kind of eyeball it. And with the first two lines you want to do, you want to go right in between two horizontal lines, in between these two diagonal lines and the top ones. So as you can see, it's about the width of my ruler. That's probably a good judgment about how big you're going to make your room. So if you can see, it's going from this side of my ruler, and I drew the line on this side. So I'm just going to do the same thing up here. Make sure my ruler's on that 1-point perspective, and at the top of it, double check and make sure you've got a nice horizontal line going across. And then just connect the sides. So your square turns at every diagonal line. And after that, what you want to do is you want to erase the inside of the box, not the 1-point perspective. We're going to need that. But you want to erase the inside of the box, that X that's inside. And now you have your foundation for your room set up. You've got your ceiling, your floor, and your two walls. If you had a longer ruler, like this is an 18-inch ruler, which actually reaches each of the corners of the paper. So you can just go from one corner to the next. Like so. Draw your 1-point perspective where they intersect, where these two lines intersect, and then just do the same thing with your ruler that you did in those, or that I showed in the first couple steps. So those are two different ways you can set up your room depending on what kind of ruler you do have. Now, as I'm going through this, please feel free to stop and pause the video at any time, go back and rewind if you need to. The first thing I'm going to do is put my ruler at the bottom of the paper, make sure that that 0 is lined up with the left side of your paper, and you're going to make a mark at every inch. At the bottom of your paper. 1 through 8. I'm sorry, 1 through 11. If you have a clear ruler and it's hard to see those numbers like this is, you just want to maybe put it a little bit above so you can make those marks. Now after you're done making those marks, you want to draw a line going from each mark to that 1 point perspective. But you're going to stop your line right there at your back wall. We're going to make wooden floors. So I want you to notice how I line my ruler up with that 1 point perspective always, but then change it to the next mark I made. Always staying on this 1 point perspective. And this middle mark obviously is going to be a vertical line. So now notice how the ruler starts to swing the other direction. Okay, now you have your floorboards in. What you want to do next is put a door in. So I'm going to put my door over here on the right side of the paper. Remember, we're only dealing with 3 types of lines. Vertical, so your door is going to be vertical, and you want to make sure that your ruler is parallel to the side of the paper. So it does go straight up and down. Make my door about this big. Then the top of your door, make sure you line it up with that 1 point perspective mark. And I'm going to make my door maybe just about this wide. And obviously, the other side of your door has got to come straight down. We're going to put a window in. This time I'm going to do the top and the bottom of the window first, and then we're going to do the sides of the window. So I just want you to see at the bottom of the window has to be lined